You have a great aquarium. The water is crystal clear. Your betta looks incredibly healthy. Everything seems better than it should be. But does it? Probably not. Because the most dangerous thing about a betta is this: it survives. In bad conditions, in cold water, in a tiny container. And because it survives, you assume it's doing fine. It's like telling someone who's depressed, "You're good, buddy," just because they're still breathing. But there's a world of difference between surviving and actually living well. And that difference is quietly accumulating inside your betta right now. Today we're going to talk about 5 mistakes. Each one is damaging enough on its own. But if you're making more than one at the same time, and most people are, an inevitable outcome is coming. And there's at least one mistake on this list that you're probably still making right now. If you want your fish to do more than just survive, if you want it to actually thrive, consider subscribing to the channel. Let's get into it. You see bettas in small plastic cups on the pet store shelf, so they must live in small spaces, you say. But that is absolutely not a good living environment. Those are temporary holding containers used to keep male bettas separated from each other, like a storage unit. They're not meant to be lived in. They're a waiting room. But the image of bettas lined up in little cups is what everyone pictures when they think of the fish. And that's how the "they live in cups" myth was born. A myth that is still shortening the lives of millions of bettas today. In a small volume of water, water chemistry collapses within hours. Ammonia buildup can't be stopped. That little cup functions more like a test tube. From the outside, it's swimming, it's eating, it looks healthy. No. Inside, the kidneys are being overworked. The immune system is breaking down. Stress hormones are damaging internal organs. Minimum 5 gallons. With a filter, with a heater. For just one fish, I can hear you asking. Yes, that's not what the fish needs to survive. It's what the fish needs to actually live well. That problem is solved. But the next mistake is made even more often. The betta is a tropical fish. Most people know that. But how many people actually understand what that means? A betta needs water between 76 and 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Stable. Consistent, every single day. Room temperature isn't that. In a space that hits 73 degrees Fahrenheit during the day and drops to 66 degrees Fahrenheit at night, the betta is encountering cold water every evening. And cold water doesn't kill instantly. It sets off a slow, silent process. The immune system is directly tied to water temperature. When the water cools, immunity is the first thing to drop. Metabolism slows significantly. And that's when parasites move in. Fin rot starts slowly. The edges look worn and ragged at first. Then the fins disappear entirely. All the while, you're thinking it's just getting older. You say it's calmed down. No, it's cold. A heater is genuinely not expensive. A small, adjustable heater eliminates this problem completely. But there are still millions of people keeping bettas without one. Hopefully this video reaches them too. So what if the heater is in place, the temperature is right, but there's a wrong tankmate in the mix? During the day, everything looks great. The betta is swimming. The other fish are swimming. No conflict, no attacks. Perfect. But do you know what happens at night? All-out war. Tiger barbs, serpe tetras, large gouramis, all of them target the betta's long, flowing fins. Most attacks happen at night, while you're asleep. The betta is fleeing, getting stressed, and waking up exhausted and damaged by morning. You have no idea any of it happened. Maybe you just notice a tired-looking betta in the morning. Then there's the invisible pressure. Some species never physically attack, but they cut in front of the betta at every feeding. They occupy every prime spot. They control every hiding point. So your betta may be getting bullied without a single fin being touched. The betta looks like it's eating, but it's not getting enough. It's scared all the time. There are compatible species, Corydoras, small peaceful rasboras, certain snail species, but the betta is a difficult neighbor and can't get along with just anyone. If you've already given it the wrong tankmate, your betta is under constant stress. Alright, say you've worked all of that out and it's getting along with its neighbors. But if the food is wrong, throw the rest of your effort out the window. Bettas are carnivores, not by preference, by nature. In the wild, they eat insects, larvae, and small aquatic creatures. Their digestive system is optimized to break down protein, but the vast majority of generic tropical fish food on store shelves is plant-heavy. Wheat flour, corn, soy. The betta eats it because it's hungry, but its digestive system can't fully process these foods. What happens with a steady plant-based diet? Insufficient protein intake stunts growth, color pigments weaken, the betta loses its vibrancy, immunity drops, digestive problems start, bloating, constipation, loss of appetite. Something is clearly wrong, but you can't figure out what. How would you even know? Betta-specific pellets, frozen brine shrimp, Daphnia, these are sufficient and easy to find. Bloodworms maybe occasionally, but don't give them too often. There's a detailed video on this channel about nutrition. I definitely recommend checking it out. You've got the food right too. Great. There's one more problem left, and it matters. The light is on all the time. Because it looks nice, right? Or the opposite. The room is already dark. There's already not much light. Both are wrong. And this is the least known mistake on the list, but the one with the most widespread effects. The betta has a circadian rhythm, just like humans, and that rhythm runs on light. When it gets dark, melatonin is released. Melatonin regulates the sleep-wake cycle, supports the immune system, and keeps stress hormones balanced. It doesn't sleep the way we do, but if the light stays on all night, melatonin can't be released, and so the betta can't rest. You already know what follows: chronic stress, organ damage, immune collapse. Its behavior can change too. It sits in the corner, barely moves, stops eating. You just think it's having an off day. But the problem is the light. If you don't want to manually turn the light on and off, get a timer. Problem solved. Now think back. Small container, cold water, wrong tankmate, wrong food, no light cycle. Any one of these is damaging enough on its own. It drops immunity, elevates stress hormones, damages internal organs. But when all of them are happening at the same time, and most betas are living under exactly these conditions, each mistake amplifies the others. Cold water suppresses immunity. Suppressed immunity magnifies the damage from the wrong food. The fact that your beta is even surviving at this point is almost remarkable. And the truth is, your beta has been telling you this every single day. You just didn't know how to read it until this video. I'll translate it for you right now. And if you want to say thanks, a like is all it takes. Here's what a beta says when it's under stress. A healthy beta is vivid. If its color has faded, gone dull, looks more washed out than before, it's under chronic stress. Dark horizontal bars appear on the body. These are known as stress bars, not a sign of momentary stress, a sign of chronic stress. A healthy beta keeps its fins open and spread. Clamped, pinched fins are the first visible sign of stress and illness. If it isn't coming out even at feeding time, if it's sitting motionless in a corner, it's not full or in a bad mood. It's probably sick. Bettas breathe through their labyrinth organ, so surfacing is normal. But if it's surfacing very frequently and seems rushed about it, there's a water quality problem or insufficient oxygen. If you're seeing any one of these 5 signs, at least one of the 5 mistakes I've described is present in your tank. You have a great aquarium. The water is crystal clear. Your beta is swimming, eating, looking healthy. But now you know that looking that way and being that way aren't the same thing. Small container, cold water, wrong tankmate, wrong food, constant light. Each of these 5 mistakes is doing damage quietly, invisibly, from the inside. If you're making even one of them, it's not too late to fix it today. You owe it to that fish. Is there anyone who already knew all of this before finding this video and scores 0 out of 5 on the mistake list? Make yourself known in the comments. Let's celebrate you. In the next video, I'll be covering the fish you should absolutely stay away from and never buy. If you don't want to miss it, you know what to do. See you under the water.